Hello Pisces, welcome to or welcome back to Marian K Tarot. It's a pleasure to see you here. So this is going to be a reading for July 2024, and we are going to use these question cards to pull one to see the theme of the month, to see if there's anything that comes up in the tarot to match it up. If you are looking for a longer reading from myself for July, if you check out Scorched Earth Tarot channel, where I assisted my good friend Carrie while she was relocating, and I did the readings for July, and I will link that in the bottom. So let's get stuck in here, Pisces. Let's have a look and see. Right, so can we have a prompt for Pisces for July 2024, please? Okay, here we go. Okay, so it is, what was a turning point in my life? What decision led up to it? Now, interesting energy. Now, Saturn is currently in your chart. Currently in your sign, Pisces, and that is difficult energy. That is Saturn by its very nature is here to challenge us. It's here to make us uncomfortable. It's here to change. It's a planet of karma. It shakes things up. So what was a turning point in your life, and what decision led up to it? Like, we can often track things by looking at big decisions. You know, where was the turning point? And maybe you don't know what the turning point was. Maybe that's the point that's causing all the confusion. What decision led up to it? Can you pinpoint a decision that you made, Pisces? Or are you just not sure what's going on? You know, or do you just feel like you're just drifting, you know, and you know you're like that kind of a fish in the water that's just allowing the current to take it any way it wants. You know, you just don't have any control over yourself. So have a little think about that as the reading goes on, and then, you know, maybe just put these questions in your phone, put them in your journal, you know, just consider them, you know, have a think about them. Okay, and we will pull some cards. Now, the deck that I'm using this month is the Zeke's Arcana. It's very bright, it's very pink, it's very fluorescent, and I absolutely love it. But if this is not your bag, Pisces, then perhaps maybe just listen to the message from me as opposed to watching the screen. That might help you a little bit. Or you could, you know, go and find some sunglasses and watch it through the sunglasses. Now, can I have some cards, please, for Pisces for July 2024, please? So I hope you're doing okay, Pisces. I know, like, personally, quite a few Pisces in there. They're having a bit of a time off it just now. And as I say, it's that Saturnian energy. It's a challenge for us all. Okay, some of you might be going through your Saturn return, your first or your second. That's always an interesting time. Okay, so let's see. Okay, so right, we have got the Three of Swords, the Seven of Cups, and the Ace of Wands. And at the bottom of the deck, we have got the Knight of Cups. Okay. So very much Piscean energy showing up here. Okay, so what's interesting as well, Pisces, is Taurus had two of these three cards. when I read for them, and they had them in a slightly different order. But they had the Three of Swords and they had the Seven of Cups. You may well be dealing with a Taurus. May well because I'm a Taurus and I'm reading these cards for you. I don't know. But we'll see as the things come through. Now, it could be, going back to that card, you know, that question card, what was a turning point in your life, in my life? So it feels like, you know, it could have been a time where it could have been Libra season, the last Libra season, because that was last end of September, the majority of October. Could have been round about that time that, you know, something happened or you had some thoughts about something and you came to a realisation whereby things just weren't working anymore. And even though this is often described as a card of heartbreak, and it can absolutely, you know, mean that, just because of the mere kind of a, you know, the artwork and the visual energy of the card. But it's a swords card, it's a card of the mind. So I often see it, Pisces, as difficulties with our thoughts. You know, it could be some, I've seen it coming up, and this is, you know, some hurtful thoughts that we have about ourselves. You know, we're kind of a, it's very much the kind of a self-flagellation card, the card that, you know, we use to wake up in the middle of the night, you know, and we have the racing thoughts. Am I good enough? Am I not good enough? You know, those thoughts that question us. We question our decisions, we question our choices in life and the results of them. And it could just be where you've just, you know, this is like there could be like a lot of tears. You know, there could have been a lot of tears. There might be a lot of tears going on, whether that's internally or externally, you know, for the changes and things, because it does feel like there's changes coming. Because when we're offered choices, like here in the Seven of Cups, this is Scorpio energy, it may well be that the choices that are coming up for us are because of something that's changed. You know, it's like if we've got a change in circumstances, you know, it might be a welcome change, or it might be an unwelcome change. You know, I feel that there's some of you out there who are perhaps watching this where you thought that things were going to be a particular way and they're not. You know, they haven't turned out that way. You know, you've went kind of a hurtling into something, and all of a sudden it's like, you know, it's like this, you know, it's like the Knight of Cups here. You know, you've went hurtling into this adventure, this relationship, or, you know, this next stage of a relationship, even with someone else or with yourself. And for whatever reason, you've had to put the brakes on. And all of a sudden it's like, oh, right, okay, so we're not going in that direction anymore. You know, it's like this to me, it looks like some kind of swimming pool. So, you know, maybe you thought that you had like an emotional ocean, and actually you've all the time you've just realised that you've been curtailed into what has turned out to be like a very small pool of emotion. I don't know where that's coming from, but that's just what was coming through there. So, you know, we make those choices, Pisces. We make those decisions. And I think, you know, July signifies a time of those decisions, having those choices offered to us. And then we've got the Ace of Wands as well, Pisces, you know. Again, that signals that opportunity for new passions or something new that we're passionate about. Could be something that we didn't even realise that we were passionate about. It could be someone. or it could be an aspect of ourselves that you weren't aware of. Could be an aspect of yourself that you didn't realise you needed in your life. You know, you didn't realise that, you didn't know there was anything broken until you woke up maybe one day and realised, oh, sugar, or some other question, you know, some other expletive, which is more expressive than sugar, whereby what you've always known is no longer what's necessary. It's no longer working, and you're not quite sure what, because if you pay attention here, right, so this wand here, it's got a couple of parts that are broken off. So it feels to me like, you know, if you're maybe thinking, well, can I reinvent what I'm already passionate about with something new? But it feels like there's something fundamentally broken in things that you were passionate about previously, and that could be where this broken-hearted feeling is coming from. You know, it's not necessarily people, it's something that you have been passionate about. I mean, it could be someone, Pisces, you know. It could signify that there's someone who you just don't have the same feelings for anymore, or you don't, you know, the passion is kind of a broken, and you might need to rekindle that. But certainly rekindle and refine, or redefine what passion means to you, Pisces. I think that's an interesting concept for you to work through. But yeah, so however this resonates with you, Pisces, know that I wish you so much luck with it, and I hope that you can, you know, process this as much as you can. Do reach out to your friends and people who you trust, and yeah, just know that I'm rooting for you, and hope you get to the other side of this. You will get to the other side of this, and absolutely know you will. You might not realise it just now, or it might not feel that way, but you absolutely will, Pisces. Okay, so lots and lots of love to you, and I will see you again soon, okay? Bye-bye.